Hello and welcome to Local Gaming. I'm Zach. I'm continuing on with my Earthborne Rangers playthrough. I've messed a little with some camera settings as far as like light exposure and stuff. So maybe we'll have a little bit better zoom in. We'll see how the quality on that looks. But so that note aside, let's talk about where we are. It is day 7. So let me mark off day 7. It is still downpour for the weather. We went back to Branch from the high basin after we crafted our canoe. So I'm not going to put our canoe out because we're not going to be traveling on water right now, I don't think. I can zoom in a little bit on that. So yeah, we went from high basin back to Branch over old growth still. A lot of old growth stuff going on here. We're still on the mission journey to get to Spire, so I was thinking about going back to Branch and talking to that honey harvesting guy, because he wanted to go to the Philosopher's Garden, so we could go Branch, Philosopher's Garden, Spire. We still have several days, I think. We have 2 more days before the thing to read on the journey to Spire kicks in. I did put the canoes in here for their, not just to use for the water, but they have 2 exploration icons on them. And I thought I put, yes, I did put 2 ranger badges into Chandara's deck because she meets the 2 spirit threshold. Unfortunately, Chase only has a 1 spirit, so Chase can't use the ranger badge. It would be nice to be able to dodge more than once a turn, but honestly, just pumping up our aid cards with the Voice of the Elders roll is so good. So we will draw our opening hands. Let's see what we get. That's probably good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always looking for our companions. We got Riri, Quiet, Pakodo, and a ranger badge, and a whistle, and a healing touch. I'm thinking that maybe, well, Riri and the healing touch are a good combo. I mean, just so you can see, you could use Riri to add harm to a being in the same area as the companion. And as long as that doesn't clear the being, you can then combo that with healing touches, discard 1 harm from a being to add 3 progress. So that's like a way to use Riri to get 3 progress onto something. Oru would be nice. We got a lot of spirit using things here. Plus a quiet. I think Chandara's going to stay with what she got. It would have been nice to see an Oru, but we can't rely on Oru every game. I mean, we didn't have Oru or Pakodo last game. You know, we had to actually use spirit and heart symbols. I wish I could remember what all of them are called. The one that I remember I think the 2 fish one is conflict, and the compass one is exploration. I can never remember what triangles and the heart one is. But if I say triangles and heart, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Cut. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Always looking for the belt pouch. Walk with me is good. We don't need 2 field journals. I think I'm going to dig 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No belt pouch. We did get the adaptable multi-tool though. That's good. And we got the headset if we really want to dig. We can't really set up our field journal spending a bunch of focus though. Wonder if we even really need, well, Walk with me is so good. It's a good moment to have. Okay, our weather is set up. It's downpour with 4 rain. We have our 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 old growth and our 5 branch cards. That will stick into here. We're looking for Celile, what's his name? I don't remember. The guy that comes with bees. Interestingly enough, there are bees in the old growth path deck. All right, path deck set up, challenge deck. Shuffled. Ecology, archaeology, journey. We have all of our energy. There's no thing to read on the campaign tracker. I think we're good. So, branch, we've read before, it's 6. If Celeromako, tall, no. The town of Branch spreads out among the trunks and branches of the giant cedar trees and tough, wrinkled dole woods. The whole village is a maze of platforms and narrow walkways, all created from tree branches, encouraged to grow together into dense mats, punctuated, yeah, that's right, by spherical homes. All right, it says search the path deck for the next feature and put it into play. Hanging cherry moss. Oh, lead ranger will switch. We were Chase last time. It'll be Chandara this time. And then the next ranger just draws 1 path card. That was the first card, so we don't need to like shuffle or anything. So, dozing bear sloth. It is. Okay, branch is going to take 8 to move away from here, but we want to dig for. We didn't get any of our digging cards. Well, Riri can let us scout. Yeah. But we got to start the round by drawing path cards. Well, there you go. Celogris and the Rotting Dolewood. Oh, we don't have Artel's Vault either. All right, Celo's number is 64. Discovered a no, otherwise 64.2. Yeah, we read all this. There's the buzzing, and then my name is Celo Gris. We have to free Celo to help harvesting with the honey. We read this last time. So I don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time trying to cut down the length of some of the videos, and things that are reading over and over, I probably just am going to summarize or not spend too long on reviewing. All right, so we can't play our Ranger Badge and Pakodo. We can do a lot of setup though, so I think what we're gonna do, we'll play Pakodo, add Pakodo to our team, and switch over to here. I mean, we can set up with the field journal to start with. That's good. We'll set up our whistle with 3 calls on it. And we cannot set up our what's it called? Adaptable multi-tool, because we only have 1. Let's do this. We're going to spend 3. We're going to dodge the bear sloth. 4, 5. Yeah, 5. On a traverse test of the rotting Dolwood. -1 is 4. That's enough to clear this. And then I'm going to play Walk With Me to add that 4 progress to... Now this is an interesting question. Do I add it to Pakodo? No, we'll do this. Well, I mean, that's a lot of uses of Pakodo for future rounds. No, I want to try to get Helping Hand onto Silo as quickly as possible, so we'll put it there. And then over here, I'm going to spend 2 awareness to play Riri. And where are you at, little birdie? Don't they just look like they're having such a good time together? Okay, we played Riri. Now, do I play the headset? The Bear Sloth. I don't think I need to play the headset right now because I don't want to interact past the Bear Sloth. Oh, mountains. Active mammal. If there's predators along the way. Yeah, I should have done this. Suffer a fatigue. Am I just done? I think we're just going to rest on this side, and when we rest, we get a counter on our field journal. I think I'm going to try to harm out. So we'll play 2 to play quiet. Look at this team. We'll play out quiet. Then we're going to use quiet to attack the Bear Sloth. Oh, Riri has to be in the same area. We'll have to use the whistle to protect quiet. We've already rested over here. Before I forget, let's do this and this to take our whistle up to 3. And that's going to be it. I have to move our team down. Rest again, so we go to the refresh step. Get all of our tokens back. That's backwards. Refresh, we draw another whistle, and we draw Sill's sketchbook. Cool. Nothing else for refresh. Okay, we're going to draw path cards. Evergreen Hall. We haven't seen this one. 63. Spirit and Hearts, we can share stories. Search the Valley set for any one card. Oh, yes. So we're going to search. I think we're going to do this. We're going to search the Valley set for the Arcology Sinkhole. Boom. That's a 0. Oh, we got to read. Well, we'll do this card first. Dang it. They're on the wrong side. The hive's on the wrong side. I need Oru to be able to move beings. Because Riri could eat that cloud hive swarm. Okay, Evergreen Hall, 63. As you make your way across a long, narrow bridge suspended among the upper branches of the forest, the din of a crowd draws your eyes to a stout wooden hall ahead. Fir needles cover its exterior, crisscrossing to create a tapestry reaching up and around the Dolewood's upper branches. Its ornate door swings open to reveal a meeting hall, with different gathering platforms winding down the sides of the trunk. On every floor you see villagers drinking, reading, and talking of all the comings and goings of the valley. The scent of sweet ale washes over you. Near the entrance, a map of the valley hangs on a wall next to a board covered with handwritten messages and notices. So that's probably, you could look at the message board to find people or places or things. You can find nouns with the message board. Okay, Chase has got some stuff developing in front of him over here. This was played for, it's, what's it called? Icons. Before we start drawing any cards, I think we'll use Quiet and a Whistle to finish off the Bear Sloth there. I guess I could use Riri on CeeLo. I mean, it's too good not to put my Ranger badge out now, right? Yes, I think it is. Man, those bees are going to be a problem. If X is greater than or equal to your fit aspect, exhaust this swarm and suffer an injury. What can I do about those bees? I don't want to spend like all of my spirit connecting with the swarm of one bee. I actually think because the bees are going to get stronger, I think the bees are more annoying than the bear sloth. So that's who Quiet is going to attack instead. There's something about, let's see, add 1 heart to this feature, discard 1 token. I wonder if the Cloud Hive Swarm goes down to 0, their harm threshold is 0, so then do they go away? That's interesting. We're going to do that though. Then I'm going to play the Ranger badge onto my roll so that I can use my roll twice. We get more aid cards out, it's going to be even better. And then I'm going to exhaust Riri to do a harm to CeeLo. I might as well, I'm gonna wait on that. I'll do that at the beginning of the Rangers' next turn. Over here, we'll spend an awareness to put the sketchbook out, and it comes out with 2. I'm gonna use my roll. Oh wait, I already did something. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is put a harm onto CeeLo. Then my turn is gonna be to spend my spirit to play Healing Touch to remove a harm and add 3 progress. So that's 7 progress there. And so it's like Riri went to say hi and accidentally got her claws a little too deep in, but it was fine. Everyone's fine. If you discover, no. Clear, if you have to float, no. Helping hands attached, no, no. This one. So, we read this one last time, but basically what it says is there's trees that grow just to the north of here, unlike anything I've seen before. There's a lot of little buzzers leading me to it in the Philosopher's Garden. The flowers are almost chameleon-like, shifting colors, the rise and fall of the sun. Can't help but wonder what kind of honey those little buzzers would cooking up there. So, CeeLo wants us to go up to Philosopher's Garden. So we're going to attach Helping Hand and escort him up there. So now we want to get out of here. So that was Healing Touch. Now we're actually going to dodge the Bear Sloth. Yeah, we're going to dodge the Bear Sloth and use the test on here for 1 spirit and 1 heart against a difficulty of 1 plus 1. Okay, so we pass. Search the Valley set for 1 card. I want the Arcology Sinkhole because it is a ruin. Attach it face down to the location in play. And then after we travel, we put it into play. It doesn't have any, it does have 2 presents, but we want to clear it and move along our Arcology Archaeology what's it called? Arcology Archaeology mission. Pakodo still has no progress. So our difficulty at branch is a 1. Oh wait, this is if you have 4 more fatigue, we do not. I think we risk it. Traverse 2 versus 1 on the location. This is a 0 presence, it's not an obstacle or anything. Friendly, this is feature flora, not an obstacle or anything. So fitness plus 1 is going to be 3. Progress here. Sun, we tick this down and we get fatigue and fatigue. If there's an insect in play, there's no longer an insect in play. That's fine. Over to here. We'll spend 2 focus to play. Okay, do we have room? We don't have room. We do not have room for our multi-tool. That's not the right spot. Well, three, 4. The chances of getting another +1 are not high. We would have to exhaust this to exhaust the bear sloth. I was hoping to use our multi-tool to get another fitness, but it's not going to happen. So we're 4 on a fitness test. Oh, another +1. Everything is turning up Millhouse again. So we had 5, that's 8 total. Wow, I think we just leave then, unless there's any other setup we want to do. We already did this. There's no obstacles. We're going to spend a focus. It's our turn over here. We're going to spend mountains. Ready each human in play. Nobody's exhausted. So we use our roll. Add to an aid card. I forgot to put XP on my Ranger badge. You know what? I have another whistle in hand. I'm actually going to use my roll to add to my Ranger badge. It's an aid card. So in the future, I can get more turns of the thingy. How scared am I of suns? Not too bad. We're just starting out. So I think I'm going to spin an awareness and try to sketch CeeLo into the sketchbook. So it's a 1v1. Okay, that worked. So we get a sketch in our sketchbook. And crests do nothing. And we're going to sketch Pakodo 2 versus 1. Darn, I should have tried to sketch the bear sloth. Mountains do nothing. If there's an active mammal in play, there is. Exhaust it. Oh, this is sweet. Pakodo actually is a mammal. If there's an active mammal, exhaust it. Hang on, let me add my sketch first. We finished the test first, right? So the sketching is done. We only get 1 because there's a presence of 1. Add progress to it and harm to this feature, both equal to the mammal's presence. Okay, so 1 and 1. Well, hey, we got a free progress on Pakodo. Now we're gonna rest. So we get 2 from our focus here, and we choose to travel. So we clean up the area. This is old growth branch. Old growth. I don't think we've talked to the elder at branch yet. I wonder if all the pivotal locations have elders. Okay, traveling to the Philosopher's Garden is from branch is via old growth. So we're sticking with that for the path deck. I was about to shuffle the locations. The Philo Garden. Oh, this is the one where the cards come in face down as obstacles. Oh, that sucks. It keeps any attachments. I don't think we want to stay here very long. We need 3 valley cards. without our Artel's vaulting rod. Oh, we do have Syl's sketchbook too, but it takes the sketches have to be used up as whatever the presence is. All right, we'll take you, you, and you. So we know our arcology archaeology is going to be in play. We have to read that one. The setup here is draw a path card. It comes into play face down along the way. Next ranger draws a path card. Hanging cherry moss. Okay, so we're looking at 78 for the sinkhole. Enters play 70.1. The land suddenly drops away in front of you. Luckily, you are paying attention and you catch yourself before you go tumbling down a steep slope. You stand on the edge of a large pit where it looks like an entire grove of trees has collapsed into the ground not long ago. Between the tangled mass of splintered trunks, you can see what looks like a broken steel archway and cracked pipes leading into darkness. The sinkhole may have exposed a new route into an old arcology beneath the valley. And then we can double check what this says. If Silogris is in play, yes, 17.1. As you enter the edges of the strange patch of woodland, you pay close attention to the trees, looking for one with the chameleon leaves. Silo's beside himself with excitement, running to and fro as he sniffs flowers, pokes at plants, and at one point, you're sure you see him petting a bee. Even as he wanders around, you start to notice the patterns that the trees grow in, and how those patterns seem to be drawing you toward the highest point in the garden. Clear Silo with progress to help him harvest honey. Okay. That was set up. Now we go to the refresh step. We need all of our tokens. Kind of excited to get, I think the next Kickstarter has a variety of tokens in it. We've only had one sun, right? Yep, there's only one sun in there. We were done with that. This can flip. Drawing cards, canoe, quiet. Okay, we gotta refresh. Yeah. And we start the next round with drawing path cards. Rotting dull wood. Oh, shoot. Well, I already saw it, so crap. Flip one. Oh no, they don't flip until the refresh phase. So it's fine. Oh, geez. Vaulting rod, where are you? Well, at least the hanging cherry moss. Oh geez, high pim pot would be really good here too. Wonder if I should dig for some cards. Maybe we work on Silo and just try to get it over with, because the rest of this stuff is all like traversing stuff. So 3. Man, I wonder if I do some training, remembering my training, see what cards I get though. It's still early and I'm not too worried about the rain right now, so I think I will. It's focus. We're gonna try to remember our training. Focus, 1 + 1 is 2. We've got a meticulous. Oh, an Artel's vaulting rod. Meticulous is going to go to the bottom. Obviously, we're going to be drawing the vaulting rod. How clutch was that? Okay, the sun, fatigue. This one was not a factor. It's quite a ways over there. All right, I gotta take this down from that. We're gonna do the same thing over here. So 2, I don't have any triangles. Another sun. We have to do our remember training first. Kodo's instinct and the canoe. Kodo's instinct. No, I think I'm sending both of these to the bottom and drawing blind. Although the canoe does have 2. No, you know what? I'm going to take the canoe. Because that has 2 exploration icons on it. Sun, fatigue, and fatigue. Could really use a way to discard 1 token from insect and play and soothe 1 fatigue. Okay. Let's work on CeeLo. Yeah, let's work on CeeLo. That's why we're here. I basically have 3 obstacles right now. That's 3. That's all I got. 3. That's kind of a bummer. 3 on the spirit. +1 is 4. All right, and then Pakoda will finish that off. But mountain, add 1 progress to this feature. If weather is inclement, increase the number. Oh no, harm. Oh, hey, that's good. 2 harm. Another mountain would be amazing before that flips. 2 harm. Discard 1 progress from a feature. If you cannot, this card fatigues you. Man, that's 2 fatigue. Okay, Pakodo. We'll add 2 progress to CeeLo. We will add to an aid card. And that clears CeeLo. 64. Figure out the Philosopher's Garden. Go to 64.3. As the sun trails across the sky, the petals of the strange tree before you molt to midnight purple. Smoke from the bee smoker stings your nose, and in the haze you see CeeLo gently place the hive back on its branch and wave you over. As you approach, he's already dipping a trembling finger into the honey, eyes wide with anticipation. One taste and his body relaxes, his eyes dazzle with 1,000 distant stars, and a big smile creeps up his lips. In a calm, deep voice he says, "Now if that isn't heaven on earth, I don't know what is. Give it a taste." He passes you the jar. Unlike anything ever touched these lips, am I right? I think I'll call it the philosopher's honey. Now I have to harvest more while the little buzzers are still sleeping. Head off now, but don't tell anyone. This will be the biggest thing since the ancestors left the arcologies. You wait and see. In the Philosopher's Honey reward card, and discovered the Philosopher's Honey. We need bigger lines on our sheet, on our campaign tracker. Okay, I want to see what we worked for here. Oh, it's another 2-spirit one. So Chase is not going to be able to use it. So you know what, I might as well put 2 of them just in the unused rewards. Exhaust, use 1 dollop. Choose a ranger. That ranger soothes fatigue equal to the number of focus in their energy pool. You gotta be kidding me, that's so good. Our focus is not the highest though, but it has a heart, exploration, and conflict icon. All right, Silo is done. Helping Hand is done. Let's just keep it over here in case we need it later. That was here. Arcology Sinkhole. Yeah, let's try to do the sinkhole. So 3, 4, 5. The field journal feature makes it 6. We'll see if we get lucky. This is a fitness test. Yes, it's a 0. That will clear the sinkhole. Yeah, that clears the sinkhole. So oh wait, shoot, I have to retcon. We need to explore it first. Yeah, we have. I didn't read the card close enough. We have to have our token on there. I think I'll shuffle because I already know what the thing is. Oh, geez. Just to be fair. Ugh, I just totally lost my fitness token. Way to the back of the room. It totally rolled. Get my card back. My chances are not great of being able to it's an Explore 2 test with awareness to move your ranger token to this feature. And you just have to have a ranger token on there to delve deeper. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't need to delve deeper. I just need to clear. Oh, unless that lets me soothe some fatigue, that would be nice. Oh wow, you do not want those rotting dolewoods to clear with harm. I forgot. That is a bunch of fatigue. Well, I'm just going to stick with that because I don't need to have my thing on here. But if I'm trying to do this, I just need to clear ruins. I don't need to delve deeper. And that had crest and the shuffle icon on it anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now let's see. That was, oh, we got to do the archaeology thing. 1.49. Check off a bubble next to archaeology, and so we're on the second bubble. You'd always assume that the Estians died off when the great megadam to the north ruptured and flooded the valley. But the more you explore, the more you believe that wasn't the case. The Estians vanished long before the dam shattered, and you can't find any reason why. I've got my Team Covenant generic tokens they sent as a thank you for being a subscriber during their, or a supporter of their live streaming stuff. So I will generic token mark our archaeology mission. With that, fill in the bubble. All right, we're making some progress. We got to get rid of the canoe. Okay, yeah, that was this character's turn. Now I think we try to flip, well, let's play the Artel's Vault with 2 uses on it. And then what? Let's exhaust our roll and get rid of our other fitness to add to an aid card. And then over here, we will, so this adds the identify test to this card. So we will spend 2 awareness against a difficulty of 1. -1 is 1. And we get to flip the card face up. Hey, it's the Fundamentalist. Okay, that's nice. The Fundamentalist is card 86. Reduce the presence of all other beings in the same area as the Fundamentalist by 1. Okay. That's interesting. The Fundamentalist heals itself. Let's finish doing this. So this goes like that. And we, man, I've got so much fatigue. If I get one of the things that harms you based upon fatigue, we're going to be in trouble. 86. I can't remember what. Maybe we could see what the Fundamentalist wants us to do as far as a helping hand. You're at the bowl of the sun when it enters play. Otherwise, go to 86.2. You see a man quietly picking plums from a small, fragrant-smelling tree. You heard the so-called Fundamentalist. Watch interest with carefully. Yeah, and he says, when you see him notice, you call out and ask what he's doing. This is what it look like. I'm taking plums. Okay, so we have to clear him to ask him about his way of life. At a minimum, the Fundamentalist might help us soothe some fatigue, even if we don't want to take the fundamentalist with us. Okay. I think that's going to be it. I don't have any cards I want to put in play. I don't have a whole lot of other things to do here. So we will rest. I have no focus to add to... Oh, I should sketch something. Yeah, I should sketch something. So this character is going to rest, and then we go over here to awareness. We will sketch the fundamentalist. That's 2 versus 2. Okay, that's a Z. Oh no, that's why I shouldn't have sketched. Oh no, this is bad. All right, we get 2 sketches. All right, and now we do mountains. Yeah, it's not inclement, but still add 1 harm to this feature. That clears it. If we clear it with harm, discard each flora in play. That's this one and this one. Oh, and you know what else? We're gonna have to flip the fundamentalist. All right, each ranger suffers fatigue equal to 2 plus the combined presence of all flora discarded this way. So 2 plus 2, because this one's no longer in play, it's been cleared, but these 2 are getting discarded. So that's 4 more fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. That wasn't great. That was not great. All right, all of that for some sketching. Well, we would have drawn the mountain anyway, except that I probably would have flipped over one of those to be an obstacle. All right, if we get to the refresh phase, we refresh everything. We have like gone through our decks so fast. This is gonna be a fast day. We have accomplished a couple of things, but I feel like now we just need to really get to Spire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in our fatigue stack on that side. Similar amount probably on that side. We're refreshing. We have to draw a card. Carbon Forged Trowel and Hiking Staff. Okay. Get all that stuff back. On refresh, we add 2 rain tokens. And on refresh, we have to flip 1 path card face down. And now we draw. Dolwood Canopy. This does not let us or help us soothe fatigue. And then Chase's card is Hanging Cherry Moss. Well, this actually will, I think, help us try to get out of here, though. We got to get out of here and get to Spire. All right. What are we going to do first? Artel's Vaulting Rod, down to 2. Exhaust this obstacle. Sill's Sketchbook, down to 4. Exhausted to exhaust the Dolwood Canopy. And then 2 focus. We will play 2 focus. Oh, we can't play our multi-tool. I keep thinking I can do that. We're going to traverse the location for 2, 3, 4, 5 on a fitness test is a 0, so that's going to add 5. That's not the right die. 5. And we will come over here. We've got 3. There's nothing out here to have crests have anything happen to them. So, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This ends up being only 2. We are 1 short. Oh, no, that's interesting. Well, why would I want to do that, though? Well, if there's an active mammal, Pacoda wasn't active, so that doesn't do anything. Let's do this and a focus to add to an aid card. So that's just an exhaustibility. We'll spend 3 to connect with Pacoda. +1 is 4. Crests do nothing. Is this a trail? It is a trail. Oh my, is it worth it? We'll just do another turn here. I don't think it's harmful to do tests, so we might as well just try to sketch. So we will sketch the canopy. That's a +1. It's only worth 1 sketch though because it's a presence of 1. There's an active mammal. No, so mountains don't do anything. And we will sketch the canopy. That's a +1. There's an insect in play. The sun doesn't do anything. So we have 6 sketches on our sketchbook, which is nice. And we might as well connect with Pacoda for 1. That might have been out of order. If it was, this character doesn't have anything left to do, so they would just be resting anyway. So that's 2 more for here. And we rest. We've got 2 focus, so this goes to 4. And we go to the refresh step. And we will flip the canopy. This goes to 4 and flips. And stays at 4. We have to refresh this and all of our tokens. And draw cards. Dear Friend and Boundary Sensor. Oh, I needed you a turn ago, Boundary Sensor. All right, Lead Ranger's card is Stupid Bear Sloth, and Chase's card is Tala the Red. Man, could we clear Tala? Unfortunately, the Bear Sloth, we're not doing a test. Oh, if we needed to connect, we would be doing a test with it. If I can flip the Fundamentalist over, that would be great. Tala's number is 84. We have not found her a home. Yeah, we've met Tala before. We don't know everybody, but she's wearing clothes like she's from the snow. You greet her and she stares at you warily. I'm Tala the Red. She finally replies reluctantly, formerly of the Ice Clans to the north. Clear her to ask her about her exile. So I think I'm going to start with I'm going to try to identify the Fundamentalist card. So it's an awareness of 2. I don't have anything blocking me. So it's a 2, 0, so it works. So we get to flip the fundamentalist over. Oh boy, we take another fatigue. And that's nice. Is that everything? I think that's everything, except we have to shuffle. So that gets one of the obstacles out of the way, and then we can Artel vault the other one, and we can sketchbook the bear sloth to get it exhausted. So there's no reason we shouldn't be able to travel this turn. We just have to watch out for the suns on the downpour. So let's do all these exhaust abilities. We're going to sketchbook that to exhaust it, and Artel vault this obstacle, because this is friendly and friendly. Now we go over here. We're going to connect for 3. Do I want to use Dear Friend? I think so. 3, 4, because then Pakoto could just finish it off if we get a 0. So we're doing a spirit test. Okay, it's a 0. That's 4. So all of this stuff. Dear Friend was used for the heart. All right. And then crests. If there's an active predator, there's not, because we exhausted it. And this is exhausted. Everything's good. Everything's fine and wonderful that way. Let's just do this now, because we're not going to need our focus. We'll do our what's it called? Roll to add to an aid card. And we'll use this exhaust ability. Take Pakoto down to 5 to add 2 progress to Tala. Did I do that out of order? I should have. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I exhausted this first, right? I should have exhausted this first with the sketchbook, is what I meant to do, because I would have to have interacted past it to do the connect test. So if I screwed that up, that's the order that I meant to do it in. There was no reason not to, because I can use the exhaustibility over here. Now it's only been like 90 seconds. I can't remember what order I did it in. Okay, Tala has been cleared. No helping hand. We haven't found her home. Otherwise, 84.5. You know a little about the ice clans. They're said to live in massive frozen palaces in the coldest parts of the mountains. We asked Tala why she's formerly of the ice clans, and she glares at you and looks away. It's because I was exiled, she says. Now I'm looking for a place to live. You got a problem with living in your precious valley? No problem whatsoever. Or leave her in peace. So we could take Helping Hand, and then we have to get her to either White Sky, Spire, Branch Meadow, or Tumbledown. We're on our way to Spire. Or leave her in peace. Each ranger soothes 2 fatigue. Man. Between us and there is old growth. I just don't want to encounter something like this dozing bear sloth. If I don't exhaust it, it gives you an injury if you have 4 or more fatigue. We'll be fine. Let's take her to Spire. So, no problem whatsoever. Despite her harshness, you think you sense a bit of vulnerability in her response. Hesitantly, you suggest that if she's looking for a place to live, you could take her around the valley and see if any of the villages would be a good fit. Tala looks startled at the offer. You'd help me with that? When you assure her that you would, she sets her face back to a stern expression. Thanks, then let's go. You set off, figuring that you'll have to take her to different inhabited locations to see how she feels about each. discard all the progress, and attach helping hand. All right, that was all over here, right? I can't even put boundary sensor out because I don't have my belt pouch. Is there any other setup I want to do? I don't think so. I think we just need to get out of here before we draw any more suns. So I'm just going to put 3 into doing a traverse test. Why do I say things out loud? It'd be a pretty boring video if I didn't say things out loud, I guess. 2, fatigue. Okay, I'm just going to go to resting so that we get 6 because of this. And we will move on. So let's clean up. Old growth, old growth, old growth. We're still going along the old growth. On the way into Spire. Valley branch. Old growth. Oh, Benamon was in there. Not like we needed him because we're only going 1 space. Okay, these are Valley cards. Tala was the other Valley card. Gris was a branch. Silo Gris was a branch card. We're done with that. Now Spire has some kind of weird setup. Okay. Oh, duh. It's under the Journey card. I was like, where is my Spire card? It is a pivotal location though. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I think is there a ruin in here? No, there's not. Darn it. I was hoping there'd be a ruin that we could use. All right, so we're journeying here. 4R. It is a location pivotal trail. Fitness plus exploration with a 2 difficulty. Enter the bustling town of Spire to move your token to this location and draw 1 card from the Spire deck. When you would draw 1 path card, if your Ranger token is on this location and there are cards remaining in the Spire deck, you may draw 1 card from the Spire deck instead. Okay. Yes, our setup on the back is 5. Do not add the Spire set to the path deck. Shuffle it separately and set it face down next to the path deck. This is the Spire deck. And then we're going to draw 2. All right, so let's shuffle the Spire deck again and put it over here. Shuffle Old Growth. Artel's Vaulting Rod is so good. The unfortunate thing is that it takes up 3 equipment slots. So that's kind of a bummer. All right, number 5. Number 5. Close some of these things along the way. Spire. Solaro Mako is in play. If Tall of the Red is in play, you take Tala around Spire, from the taverns and streets to the tops of the highest balconies in the shadow of the Spire. She looks happy on the balconies, but as soon as you suggest going back into town, she flinches. I like the heights, but you have way too many people here. I like the heights. So Branch? Maybe she should go to Branch? Or Lone Tree Station? But there's people there. Meadow, there's a lot of people. Tumble Down. I bet you it's Tumble Down. All right. So I think Tumble Down has a really high waterfall. Everywhere else has just as much people. Well, maybe not as much people as Spire. Spire is kind of the hub, right? Lone Tree Station might be okay. Anyway, it did not... Oh, what did it say? Return to entry 5 and read the next if sequence. Those are missions. Entry 5. Tall, no. Rising out of an island in the middle of the Silver Fin, the first thing you spot is a landmark that gives the town its name, a massive gray spire at the center of the island. Towers over the cottages, workshops, and trade halls that make up the rest of the town. As impressive as it is, you know that it is but a protrusion of the ancient arcology that extends deep into the roots of the valley. Yeah, see, there's arcology here. There was no ruin card in the Spire deck, though. I want to see what we get when we finish. Oh, but what's his name? I think that's... Oh, that's what it is. That dude is here. Solaro Mako. He's here somewhere. Shuffle it separately. Just it's draw a path card for each person. So we still have Tala. Can you help us with anything? Move a being, and you could get hurt. But we have the whistle. We have 2 whistles actually. Okay, Lead Ranger's path card from the setup is Gross, the Puffer Crawler Spores, and the Cherry Moss. All right, we go to refresh. Haven't really used my Ranger badge, which is interesting. Refresh, refresh, all the things. Oh wait, arrive at the attached location. I was supposed to read 1.50. Maybe I wasn't supposed to read all that stuff about Tala. Arriving at Spire, go to 1.08. Complete the Journey Spire mission. Yeah, it helps if I pay attention. Complete Journey Spire. At the end of your travels, the tower at the center of Spire has never looked more welcoming. You couldn't shake the haunted look on Calypso's face when she saw those corpses, and ever since that day, you felt a presence like a patient predator lurking in the underbrush, hounding your every step. Gain the Watcher in the Brush mission and complete the Journey Spire mission. Oh, that's on there twice. Gain the Watcher in the Brush. This is day 7. Watcher in the Brush. Missions. You felt the lurking presence following you. You discover the biome generally stays out of sight, so you're going to have to confront it to figure out what it wants. Path deck assembly. Add the mysterious Verdesian to the path deck. Clear the mysterious Verdesian with progress. Must be in the general set, I'm assuming. It is a being and flora. Oh, geez. If there's another active flora, exhaust it, shuffle this being into the path deck as it disappears. Oh, geez. That sucks. There's an active prey exhausted, add harm to this being. So prey will want to come eat it. Oh, this is an interesting card. There's something to read. This should have been in the deck before I drew cards. But that's fine. We will just leave it as it is. Add them. Does that just like always keep happening every time I do path deck assembly? Probably, because of the way it's worded on there. When you get to path deck assembly, you add that step to it, is how I'm assuming it goes. There was more to read. As you cross a bridge to the center of town, Ben Amon, pilot of the Swift and Master Artificer, joins you. Hello there. Elder Thresh asks that I come to Spire to check on the hydroelectric turbines, just in case they suffered any damage during the flood. What brings you here? You explain what brought you here, and his smile fades. Without delay, he accompanies you to see Elder Orlin. You find Elder Mora Orlin in the heart of the Carbon Forge, bent over an air lathe with a heavy piece of carbon in her powerful hands. And when she sees you, she shuts off the howling machine and straightens. What is it? She growls. Her flinty stare never wavers as you describe the strange beings with the eyeless faces and dangerous-looking claws. When you finish, she grunts and nods to you and Ben Amon. My mother told me about these. When we first came over the passes into the valley, our people encountered beings like the ones you've described. Vicious biomelds. They call them reclaimers. You ask why reclaimers? I'm not certain, says Elder Orlin, but they are biomelds, like the caustic mulcher and the toxin eater. And like all biomelds, they serve an ancient purpose. Perhaps they are compelled to capture something they perceive to be lost, or they search for some possession they believe to be theirs. The best way to discover the answer is to find them and observe their behavior. When you head out into the valley, keep your eyes open. If you find reclaimers, see what you can learn about them. Ben Amon clears his throat. Elder Orlin, searching the valley could take weeks. If we want to know where they are, I can set up a scanning rig. We just need to place a few relays around the valley, and I can sweep for these reclaimers. Elder Orlin shakes her head and gives Ben a bemused look. Sensors? Always sensors. We have all the sensors we need, right here, she taps her chest, and here, she taps her temple. Use your instinct, use your intellect, and you will find them. Ben doesn't waver. Elder, it's a big valley. If we don't send some sort of help, they could hike within half a mile of a swarm of these things and never know it. He turns to you. What do you think? Do you want to spend weeks searching the valley for these things, or discover exactly where they are in just a few days? Agree with Ben Amon to deploy the sensors, or agree with Elder Orlin to rely on your senses. So we either gain secret invasion or sensor network. I feel like Ben is our friend, but I also kind of want to impress the Elder. So either gain sensor network or secret invasion. Let's do... Let's do secret invasion. Agree with Elder Orlin. Rely on your senses. Elder Orlin grunts approvingly. You see, Ben, I'm not the only one who believes we are naturally equipped to accurately perceive and interpret our surroundings. Right, impressed Elder Orlin. On the campaign tracker. An ironic sentiment coming from the greatest artificer in the valley, Bennett replies. Nonsense. The tools we craft here at the Carbon Forge require real human effort. Our carbon forged blades, for example, have no equal in quality or durability. but they are nothing without the intention and skill of their wielder. A true artificer does not craft gadgets to replace the senses, but creates tools to support and enhance them. Well said, Elder Orlin, well said. No matter how many years of experience I might accrue, I will forever be your apprentice. Elder Orlin sets down her air lathe, gives Ben Amon a hug, and smiles at him. Not forever, Ben, not forever. She turns to you. Take care out there, stay alert, and may the ancestors and your instincts guide you. Gain the secret invasion mission. I gotta get some water. Ah, excuse me, thank you. Secret invasion. Oh no. Secret. Yeah. This wasn't a ratted one. Okay. Search for signs of reclaimers to figure out how many are present in the valley. Path deck assembly. At any non-pivotal location, search the general set for 5 reclaimer seekers and shuffle them into the valley set before adding those cards to the path deck. So we have to get them out. We have to hopefully get them out of the valley set. While at a non-pivotal location, this mission gains the following test. Scout a number of path cards equal to twice your effort. Put each reclaimer card you look at into play. Clear a reclaimer seeker, and we would read 1.10. So we need to go to a bunch of non-pivotal locations. And clear a reclaimer seeker. Oofta, that was a lot. All right. Now we start the round. Lead. Oh, the Kleptic Raccoon. Where you at, buddy? And Cloud Hive. Response: after adding 1 or more harm to this feature, add 1B to each Cloud Hive swarm in play. Well, now I'm wondering if we just want to... Well, I kind of want to see what's in the Spire deck a little bit. I mean, do we just... Oh man, too bad we couldn't get all the way down to Tumbledown. I think that's where Tala wants to go. Well, no matter how much I think you're cute, Kleptic Raccoon, I don't want you to steal my stuff. So I'm going to leave him in our party. I'm going to do the same thing that saying the raccoon and Quiet ran off to play, and we have to stop the 1 injury back. But since we saw the raccoon, we're going to keep the raccoon in our little group over here. All right, that was an exhaust ability. I think I want to spend 2 to exhaust the puffer crawlers. I don't want those things wandering around and attaching to us. field journal is so annoying. The fact that I have hardly any cards and so many cards in my fatigue stack is also annoying. I'll use my roll to dodge the Cloud Hive, and I'll spend my fitness against the difficulty of 2 to try to get my token on to Spire. All right, that's a 0. So now my token is there. Mountain, if there's an active mammal, there's not. I also get to draw a card from the Spire deck. The Hearty Brew. It has spirit plus heart. Share stories with the locals to search the valley set for 1 card and attach it face down to its location. After you travel, put the attached card into play. Oh man. When would I have read the mission card? This is kind of interesting. Build a path deck. Read the campaign entry noted on the back of the location card. Missions to arrive. I would have already built a path deck, so I don't get to add. And I'm not at a non-pivotal location, so it wouldn't be in the valley set right now anyway. That's a bummer. Okay, 57. The 2-story inn and tavern is built as a hollow square with rooms opening up onto an open courtyard. Here you see guests sitting in wooden chairs with plates of food and flagons of spirits, and most clustered around a flickering bonfire of multicolored flames. As you move closer, you realize that the fire is actually a cunningly crafted sculpture of shards of amber, crimson, and bright ochre kinetic glass. It is lit from beneath, and the sparkling reflections dance across the guests' faces, even as they somehow bathe them in a soothing, comforting heat. You hear the murmuring of a dozen different conversations as you walk through the tavern. Calypso once told you the news spread faster in this place like a hearty brew than anywhere else in the valley. You imagine that if you needed to find someone's location, asking around here would be a good way to start. Well, okay. It would be nice to get the Mysterious Verdescent out too. That's not a human though. I could always scout path cards with Riri. Perhaps I should be sketching something. We could get like the entire Spire deck out. Can always do the Mysterious Verdescent at a different location. Man. I just do not have a whole lot of cards. Let's try to get our token up there, I guess. We'll just go through the Spire deck. So that's 2 plus 1. We have to take a fatigue for this. Gross. Man, if those Dolwood, or if those bear sloths come out, not Dolwood, are they Dolwood bear sloths? I don't know. There's some kind of bear sloth. Anyway, 3 versus 2. -1 is 2. No crests, so we don't have to worry about the crest. Our token goes there, and we get a Spire deck card. The Carbon Forge. Focus plus that is to fabricate. Return a gear from your hand or discard to your collection and choose a starting gear from your collection that you meet the aspect requirement for and put it into play. This alteration is to your deck is permanent. That's 56. The hiking staff could be a good candidate for that. And it gets put into play. Wow, that's super interesting. Uh, 56. Even outside the compound, you hear the muted roar of the carbon forge and smell the sharp tang of ozone. Once beyond the wall, you can see the squat, bulbous shape of the forge itself, a gray kiln larger than 3 wagons. As you watch, a trio of sweating artificers haul a series of heavy, curved beams out of the forge's mouth, frames for a roof. Another rushes forward to shovel graphite shards into a small hatch on the side. Blue sparks flicker within, and your hair stands on end as the forge begins to reform the graphite into nano-assembled carbon items. Nano-assembled. I would have to put the thing I got into play right away, which means I would lose one of my things here. Can I think of a piece of gear that I would like? I'm going to throw this on pause for a second and look at look real quick on Rangers DB to see if there's something I actually even want. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think I want to try to get a functional replica. Although I would have to lose my... I probably will lose my field journal. Where's my build pouches? Probably in my oversized fatigue stack. All right, so we will then, so we're back over to this side. We haven't made any progress on the... I wonder if I should try to clear Tala and just get her out of here. I don't have anything else to use my spirit for. Yeah, I'm going to connect with Tala for 3. That's a 0. Hopefully I can clear her and she'll let me soothe some fatigue. Okay, so sun. Well, that's great. Fatigue. If there are no Cloud Hive swarms in play, search the path card deck for the next Cloud Hive swarm. Riri's going to take care of that. For 1B. Then if there's an insect in play, because I interacted with a basic over here, this is also in play. Ready an insect. Is this an insect? Oh no, good, okay. It's already ready. But then Riri, we're going to exhaust to do a harm to a being in the same area as Riri and say goodbye to the bees. Now, let's do the fabricate test. So it's 2 to 2. Oh, we got to shuffle. This is a feature, so we're going to use our field journal to make it 3 to 2 on the Carbon Forge. Does the Spire deck have its own discard pile? That's probably in the FAQs. I don't know if I'm going to be here long enough to need to worry about it right now. Okay, challenge deck. Okay, 3 against a difficulty of 2 on a focus test. That's a 0. Okay, so return a gear from your hand or discard pile. I'm going to return it to your collection. We're going to return the phonoscopic headset to the Explorer set of cards, and from the Artisan set of cards, we're going to take a functional replica. Has a 2 focus requirement. Takes up 2 slots, comes with 3 charges. Choose a ranger's equipped gear. Resolve the chosen gear's effect as if you had used a token from it or exhausted it. Resolve the chosen gear's effect. As if you or exhausted it. Now I wonder if, so this is supposed to come into play. I kind of want to put it into play and then that'd be the one I discard. Because without my belt pouch, I don't know, well, whatever. We'll do this. I wonder how functional replica and Sill's sketchbook interact, actually. Choose a ranger's equipped gear. Do we have to use, because we only use 1 charge. Use X sketches. I think we just use 1 charge off of this and we get to exhaust anything we want. Seems pretty good. Okay, so that was that turn. I feel like we should be sketching something to get more stuff on our sketchbook. Let's sketch the crest was nothing. We'll try to sketch the puffer crawler as an awareness test. Okay, it worked. So that was a 2 presence. Mountain, if there's an active mammal, there is Pakodo. Exhaust it, add progress to it, and harm to this feature, both equal to the mammal's presence. Okay. The puffer crawler is a being. And it's flora. Well, we can't use Pakodo now because Pakodo is exhausted. Back over to here. Should we sketch again? We'll sketch the puffer crawler again, and we completely and utterly fail. And we get the sun. So this is going to flip. If there's an insect in play, if there are no cloud swarm hives, shoot. Search the path, discard, and deck for the next cloud hive swarm. We have to suffer a fatigue. We are about to fatigue out. One B. Still haven't seen the Verdesian thingy in there. All right, we failed on that. Let's just do this and this to add to an aid card, and now we're going to rest. So let's go to refresh. There's going to be lots of stuff on the board. Even though we haven't gone all the way through the Spire deck, I feel like we're probably going to need to get out of here pretty soon. Refresh this, draw a card, there's a Pakodo, and the right tool. Three, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 2, and 2. Stand that up. 2 rain. I think we're good, but now we draw from the Spire deck. For our lead ranger, we got Talon Lang, the Sculptor, and Elder Mora Orlin. 2 things to read. All right, Talon Lang is 61. You've erected a mighty statue. No, otherwise go to 61.2. The glow alerts you to Talon Lang's presence before you actually find him, crouched next to a heavy bag and rounded hemispherical pedestal. Above the pedestal, you see a whirling rainbow mass of sparkling shards of glass. Even as you watch, Talon reaches into the bag while wearing a heavy glove and hauls out another handful of shards, carefully casting them into the air. You see the brief flash of an otherwise invisible suspensor field, and the shards join the larger cloud. Talon thinks for a moment, then uses a pull to nudge and push the material into a new form. You've heard of kinetic glass before, but this is the first time you've seen it used in such a quantity. Talon looks at you as you approach in waves. He starts chatting with you as he continues to sculpt. Clear Talon with progress to help to ask him about his sculpture. Then Elder Mora Orlin was 60. If you've completed Lure Umbra, otherwise go to 60.2. Elder Orlin looks you up and down and snorts gruffly. If you were a piece of wrought carbon, I think I'd stick you back in my forge until you were properly tempered. But you are wearing a ranger cloak, I suppose. What's your business around Spire? Clear Elder Orlin with progress to ask her if she needs help around Spire. So it sounds like that Elder Orlin is the person who wants Umbra taken care of. Okay, so at refresh we were supposed to add a B. I think we just exhaust quiet to chase off the bees. It says you can add a maximum of 1 harm per test, but this is not a test. It doesn't say per turn or anything, it says per test. We have to use a whistle to protect quiet. So that's the start. I think I'll use the sketchbook just to get the puffer crawlers out of the way. And I'm not going to have time to do any helping hand stuff for the humans here, unfortunately. I think we just need to try to rest. Or not rest, but travel. Sorry, travel. I think I'll start here. And man, that cloud hive is annoying. You know know what I'll do? I'll use a charge off a functional replica and exhaust the Cloud Hive. Yeah. So let's do 3 to try to connect with Tala, because I want to try to, I gotta shuffle. See if I can soothe from some fatigue. It doesn't really help me get cards back into my my deck, but maybe we can get something interesting. All right, spirit test. Dang it. -1. Mountain. Move a being. Sure. Okay. 1 spirit. Plus the right tool. Plus quiet. I just want to get this done. Spirit test is a 0 with a sun. Oh geez, fatigue. We've got 1 card left, so now there's no messing around. Tala is done. 84. I think usually when they have helping hand, you can choose to yeah. You asked Tala if she cares to explain more about the circumstance of her exile. She scowls. I'm forbidden to speak of it, she says curtly. And you want to help me find a place to live here in the valley or not? We're going to discard Tala and return helping hand and soothe 2 fatigue. So 2 fatigue. We got Artel's Vaulting Rod and Artel's Vaulting Rod. And we got Trail Mix and Cordo's Instinct. Cordo's Instinct would have been nice to put the Verdesian on top. But we're not even drawing cards from the Path deck, right? We're drawing cards from the Spire deck. So Tala is done. That was over here. Now, I don't need to dodge any cards. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, if I draw 2 suns, I'm screwed. But there's no way I can guarantee to have it done in 1 turn. This place is a trail. I only have 1 exploration token on this side. Well, those are the beats if I draw 2 suns, I guess. 3. No, this character just went. I'm going to exhaust my roll to go twice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for my friend's token being there on a fitness test. Be a +1. 7. Yes, +1. Is 8. So we could travel. And camp. I see no reason not to do that. So we got a lot of stuff we can do. I did not write Secret Invasion. On our campaign tracker. I think that's going to be it for the day. Oh. Yep, I think that's going to be it. There's nothing else to try to accomplish. Here, we've only got 1 card. If we draw a couple suns, we're in trouble. Yeah, so that's going to be it. All right, so we advanced the main story. We got a Watcher in the Brush and a Secret Invasion mission. We got a thing on our archaeology. We got the Philosopher's Honey reward. So yeah, I think we made some good progress. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed everything I put up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.